Market Perspectives.
Anafram Market Perspectives. Monday Market Preview. Tariffs ease. Tech powers up. Earnings super week begins. Welcome back to your Monday market briefing. We're heading into an explosive week. Trump's softer tariff stance is giving the market a lift, but major earnings and economic data will quickly set the tone. Let's break down everything you need to know before the opening bell. S&P 500 pre-market snapshot. The market is starting with cautious optimism. S&P 500 futures are flat. Nasdaq futures are climbing about 0.4%, fueled by tech strength. Dow futures are modestly negative, down 0.2%, with industrial names feeling the tariff pressure. Growth stocks continue to lead, but it's clear that investors are watching every headline closely. Trump's tariff update. A softer stance, but uncertainty lingers. Last week, President Trump hinted that tariffs against China could fall substantially, calming fears of an all-out trade war. Over the weekend, officials said interim deals with Asian countries are progressing, potentially preventing the worst tariff hikes. However, despite this progress, volatility could spike again if negotiations stall. The message is clear. Tariffs may cool slightly, but global supply chains are still under pressure and inflationary risks remain alive. Bottom line, stay agile and expect the unexpected. Key economic data this week. Major reports will shape market expectations. Tuesday, goods trade balance and consumer confidence. Wednesday, Q1 GDP, core PCE prices, and ADP employment numbers. Thursday, ISM manufacturing PMI and jobless claims. Friday, non-farm payrolls and average hourly earnings for April. Every data point this week matters, especially anything touching on inflation, jobs, and growth. Earnings spotlight. Megatech and beyond this week is a blockbuster for earnings. Here are some highlights by day. Monday, Schneider Electric, Hitachi, Waste Management, Cadence Design Systems, and Roper Technologies. Tuesday, Visa, Coca-Cola, Pfizer, Spotify, and UPS, among others. Wednesday, Microsoft and Meta Platforms headline the day. Other heavyweights include Qualcomm and Caterpillar. Thursday, Apple and Amazon will take center stage. Other key reports: Eli Lilly, MasterCard, McDonald's, and Amgen. Friday, big oil names like ExxonMobil, Chevron, and Shell report, along with Cigna and Apollo Global Management. Takeaways: this earnings season is critical. Tech giants like Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and Amazon will reveal how AI investments, advertising spending, and cloud growth are evolving. On the industrial side, Caterpillar and UPS will show us whether tariff concerns are already biting. The tone set this week could either confirm the recent rally or trigger the next pullback if results disappoint. Expect volatility around the big names and sharp moves in sectors like tech, energy, and financials. Volatility check. VIX trends lower, but risks remain. The VIX closed at 23.5 last week, continuing its steady decline from the April panic highs. While this drop suggests calmer waters, the current level still points to elevated risk compared to earlier this year. Technical indicators show the MACD trending lower, and futures positioning indicates less aggressive hedging. But one bad headline could change sentiment fast. Stay nimble. Use any calmness as an opportunity to reposition for the next big move. Bonus section: ETF and stock picks of the week. ETF. VanEck Semiconductor ETF. Semiconductors are surging, helped by optimism around AI and improving supply chains. This ETF sits firmly above its Ichimoku cloud, with bullish MACD momentum, suggesting continued strength. Semis remain a tactical play for growth-oriented investors. Stock 1. Microsoft. Microsoft's technical setup looks clean. Prices are solidly above the cloud, and momentum remains positive. Ahead of earnings this week, investors will focus heavily on AI updates, Azure growth, and overall cloud strategy. A positive surprise could ignite further upside. Stock 2. Amazon. Amazon is approaching earnings with a cautious but slightly bullish setup. Prices are holding above key support zones, but momentum is less convincing compared to Microsoft. Look for clarity around e-commerce margins, AWS growth, and advertising performance to determine its next major move. Final takeaways: Trump's softer tariff stance is a welcome change, but the situation remains fluid. Key economic data this week could drive Fed policy expectations sharply. Earnings from Microsoft, Meta, Apple, Amazon, and others will set the market's next major trend. Volatility is lower but not gone. Flexibility is key. Semiconductors, Microsoft, and Amazon are tactical plays to watch closely. We'll be back Friday with your full market recap, performance review, and another round of tactical ETF and stock picks. Until then, stay informed, stay strategic. Anafram Market Perspectives.
Thanks for watching. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe and share this with others. See you next time on Anafram Market Perspectives. Next time on Anafram Market Perspectives. Oh, you gotta love